The Joker!
Down, down, down the road.
Years ago, it was announced that the Joker, the Clown Prince of Crime, was getting a solo picture. Around that time, other baddie films were announced like Multiple Man, Doctor Doom, and a Venom project starring Tom Hardy. Ignoring my initial whinging about comic book accuracy and the lack of heroes that make these villains who they are, there was some promise about lower budget features with villains at their center. Some of my favorite shows from the last few years feature morally corrupt or downright villainous characters at the center. You hate them but follow these characters because they are incredibly complex and compelling. No matter what they do, you want to see what they do next. Putting that darker perspective into the heightened reality of a comic book world is an exciting prospect that has bloomed some exceptional work in print for decades. But when it came to these projects, two got locked away behind a merger acquisition, one ended up being a silly and admittedly fun franchise with diminishing returns, and launched a cavalcade of fuck-ups that the home studio refuses to cease. The other was about a mentally ill person who paraded as the Joker, but wasn't really the Joker because of whatever. Neither film really committed to seeing these people truly break bad, and the further we got into the pool, the more I lost hope about seeing movies featuring villains that are actually about villainy. But then, hope arrived, in the form of Oz Cobb and Agatha Harkness. The Penguin and Agatha all along present protagonists that are rotten to their core to the bitter end. There's no redemption or backpedaling for what they are. There's only explanation for their devilish deeds. They are black hole characters that suck everyone in around them into their darkness, that brings people to their lowest lows, and I'm happy we get to see those type of characters underneath these banners. Catherine Hahn's Agatha Harkness is so much fun to watch. She was great in WandaVision, and now with the spotlight totally on her, she's even greater. The amount of faces that this woman can make, the amount of motion that she can give from a single glare, and the show gives her the opportunity to tackle just about everything. Comedy, drama, action, horror. She can do it all. She can run the full gambit and do it exceptionally well. And through it all, she stays bad. She's a consistently horrible person that has done horrible things for centuries to countless people, including our main players. And she stays that way from death and beyond. She's a bad person to the end, and she's a bad person in the afterlife. And they pull back the layers on why she's like this without turning her into a do-gooder. Going back to WandaVision, you understand why this character feels unloved and why she is so hell-bent on survival. Jumping forward to her own show, Agatha All Along, that's doubled down on because she doesn't want to see her son after turning his song into her murder trap. Now, let's talk about Oz Cobb. He's the fucking devil.
I got the devil in my house, Rex. What the hell am I supposed to do?
Colin Farrell delivers a fantastic performance underneath piles of expertly designed makeup to give us the performance of an irredeemable man with a silver tongue. Oswald Cobblepot, Oz Cobb, is the worst. He's evil. He killed his brothers. He fucking locked them into a sewer drain and left them to die. What the fuck is wrong with you? Every word that comes out of this man's mouth is a lie, and people still listen to him. He left you down there to die, you fucker. What are you doing? His appetite is unyielding and brings nothing but disaster. And I loved every minute of it. This show was incredible. Penguin attempting to infiltrate the government is admittedly a well-worn path. Hell, sometimes he even succeeds. But with the groundwork laid by showrunner Lauren LaFranc, it would be cool to see that path walked again within Matt Reeves' universe. I don't think this year has bared the best fruit when it comes to the comic book movies released in theaters, but everything that's been on TV this year has just exceeded all of my expectations. Everything's been great, so many genres explored, and capping it off at the end of the year with both of these shows about villains that get to be villains was just so much fun to see and so much fun to experience with everyone else. Having a villain at the lead of your piece isn't a new thing, but with comic adaptations, they've mostly been failing at that. With Agatha and Penguin, I'm happy to see a team of creatives pick up the rod and run with it as well as they have. There are so many flawed to bad to evil comic book characters that we could be watching on the big and small screen, and I hope Penguin and Agatha inspire other studios with these licenses to do so, to show us that. Show us the inner lives of these villains so we know what our heroes have to go up against. For instance, in Penguin, it's fun to see the wolves gathering in Gotham while Batman is recovering from the events of the previous film. We get to see a little sneak peek of what he has to go up against in part 2. Thank you, Lauren LaFranc and Jack Schaefer, for delivering fantastic and refreshing seasons of comic book television. I think more Penguin is on the way. The HBO chief is talking about doing more. But if not, I'm really excited to see whatever LaFranc does next. Hopefully she stays within the DC universe. Marvel, for the love of God, please keep Schaefer on. She knows how to write complex, emotionally grounded characters within your world, and you need as many people as you can to do that, especially in the television space. With that brings this video to a wrap. Enjoyed talking about Agatha and Penguin. Wanted to make this video to give flowers to both of them for delivering something I've been yearning for in their own different ways. Are there villains out there that you would love to see get the television treatment? Please let me know in the comment sections below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Trying to experiment with more stuff on this channel before the year wraps up and beyond, so I'd really like some feedback on what you would like to see going forward. Like, subscribe, and don't drown your siblings. It's not cool. Not cool to do that. Alright.
Jesus, Vic, I said no cilantro. It's fucking everywhere.
Shit, I'm sorry.
Might as well shove a bar of goddamn soap in my mouth.